From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Prime Minister Mark Carney says British Columbia has to agree on a potential Alberta pipeline to the Pacific coast. Carney is expected to unveil a memorandum of understanding on a new energy pact with Alberta in Calgary on Thursday, and it will likely include language about a new pipeline. BC's Deputy Premier Nikki Sharma says any such project must respect the constitutional rights of First Nations, and she left open the possibility of a court challenge.
Staying tuned to see. I know that the Premier has spoken with the Prime Minister. We are yet to see the contents of what the MOU is there. We want to figure out how to work together, and I think that's been the stance of the Premier as a Team Canada approach, but we also need to be respected as a province in our viewpoints.
Conservative Party of BC leader John Rustad says his party supports the proposal, and Conservatives have urged Premier David Eby to drop his opposition to the project and help the Canadian economy and overall unity. Prime Minister Mark Carney is backsliding on his "who cares" remark about stalled U.S. trade talks. Carney says the casual phrasing was a poor choice of words. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre accused him of shifting tones after the election, reminding Carney he campaigned on the idea of getting tariffs lifted and dealing with U.S. President Donald Trump. Two things Carney has not done. Poilievre says Carney once described U.S. tariffs as an existential crisis to Canada, but now downplays them. Canada's Official Languages Commissioner says the federal spending cuts that are coming must not result in the erosion of language rights. Raymond Théberge published his midterm report in New Brunswick today and warns language programs have been disproportionately hit in the past round of fiscal tightening, including cuts to training and research. The Carney government plans to trim $60 billion over 5 years and reduce the public service by 40,000 jobs. Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew is promising a new approach to tackling the drug trade. Kinew says the province will set up a new task force to coordinate drug enforcement among the various police agencies in the province, and he says it's a new world.
You know, the idea of like this vertically integrated Pablo Escobar thing that you've been watching on Netflix does not exist anymore. It's these little cells of people who are bringing super toxic drugs into our community.
Kinew was applauded by the Association of Manitoba Municipalities Convention when he said drug sellers will be held accountable. World champion curler and former broadcaster Colleen Jones has died following a battle with cancer. Jones was diagnosed with cancer in early 2023, and her son Luke Saunders announced her death over social media this morning. Saunders says his mother was looking out on the ocean from her favorite spot in Maiders Cove, Nova Scotia, while his dad, brother, and himself all sat beside her as she passed away. Jones was 65. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Carrie Einerson remained undefeated at the 2025 Montana's Canadian Curling Trials with a 9-7 win over Selena Sturmey this morning in Halifax. Einerson improved to 5-0 after scoring 4 in the ninth end to take a 9-5 lead. Rachel Homan is close behind at 4-1 with 2 women's round-robin draws left. Decorated Canadian swimmer Penny Oleksiak has been suspended for 2 years due to an anti-doping rules violation. The International Testing Agency says Oleksiak failed to disclose her whereabouts for testing 3 times in a 12-month period. The 25-year-old Torontonian has won 7 Olympic medals and 9 World Championship medals. It's a light night in the NHL with just 1 game on the schedule. The Edmonton Oilers are back home after a 7-game road trip, with the Dallas Stars providing the opposition at Rogers Arena. The Oilers went 3-3-1 over the trip, but ended with a 6-3 victory over the Florida Panthers. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.